Look up at the night sky. Billions of stars burn at unimaginable distances, each a potential host to unknown worlds. Astronomers tell us that in our galaxy alone there could be billions of Earth-like planets. And yet, silence. For thousands of years, humanity has looked up at the cosmos and wondered, are we alone? Or are we not yet allowed to know the answer? This question has become more powerful as science has advanced. With each new telescope, with each signal searched for in the depths of space, the paradox becomes even harder to ignore. Mathematics tells us that life should be everywhere, but reality shows us an empty and silent universe. But what if this emptiness is not an absence, but an illusion? What if someone is there, right now, silently looking at us, just as we look at animals in a zoo? This is the fascinating hypothesis of the zoo. The idea that a much more advanced civilization exists and observes us, but chooses not to show itself. As if we were a still-growing species, unable to understand the truth, protected by an invisible wall of ignorance. Today, we will delve into this enigma together, the Fermi Paradox and the zoo hypothesis. We will explore not only the science, but also the philosophical implications. And in the end, the question will remain, are we truly free or just beings in a cosmic reservation? In 1950, at Los Alamos National Laboratory, physicist Enrico Fermi posed a simple question that shook the foundations of our understanding of the cosmos. Where is everybody? By then, scientists already knew that the universe was vast beyond comprehension. With hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy alone and trillions of galaxies across the universe, the probability of intelligent life existing somewhere else seemed almost certain. And yet, despite the overwhelming mathematical odds, we see no evidence, no signals, no spacecraft, no undeniable signs of advanced civilizations, just silence. This contradiction is what we now call the Fermi Paradox. On the one hand, numbers and logic insist that the universe should be teeming with life. On the other, the sky remains quiet and Earth feels profoundly alone. Scientists have spent decades trying to resolve this paradox. Could it be that intelligent civilizations are extremely rare, or that they rise and fall quickly, destroying themselves before they can spread across the stars? Perhaps communication is harder than we imagine, or maybe we simply don't yet know how to listen. But among all these explanations, one stands out, mysterious, almost unsettling. Maybe the silence is intentional. Maybe we are not ignored, but watched, not abandoned, but studied, as though Earth itself were part of a vast, carefully maintained experiment. This brings us to one of the most intriguing solutions to the paradox, the zoo hypothesis. Imagine for a moment that advanced civilizations do exist out there. They have mastered technologies we cannot yet dream of, faster than light travel, interstellar communication, perhaps even ways to manipulate energy and matter on a cosmic scale. If such civilizations exist, why would they remain silent? One possible answer is the zoo hypothesis. The idea is simple but profound. Extraterrestrials might be deliberately avoiding contact with us, much like humans avoid direct interference with animals in the wild. Just as we watch lions on a savanna through binoculars or protect endangered species in a nature reserve, advanced beings may be observing humanity from afar. Why would they do this? There are several possibilities. First possibility, to protect us from themselves. A civilization thousands or millions of years ahead of us might fear that their presence would destabilize our culture, our religions, even our very sense of reality. Second possibility, to let us develop naturally. Just as scientists study ecosystems without disturbing them, extraterrestrials could be waiting to see how humanity evolves without outside influence. And third possibility, to test our maturity. Perhaps they are waiting for a clear signal that we have reached a stage of moral and technological development worthy of joining a greater cosmic community. This perspective transforms Earth into something extraordinary, not an isolated world floating in the void, but a kind of cosmic zoo, carefully monitored, studied, and perhaps protected. It is a haunting idea, because if it's true, then every time we look at the night sky, it may not be empty at all. We may be the ones inside the glass enclosure, unaware of the eyes watching from beyond. But the zoo hypothesis is only one possible explanation. Others suggest far darker answers to the silence of the universe. The zoo hypothesis is captivating, but it is far from the only possible answer to the silence of the universe. Over the years, scientists and philosophers have proposed many other explanations, each one reshaping the way we see our place in the cosmos. 1. The rare Earth hypothesis. Perhaps intelligent life itself is vanishingly rare. Maybe Earth is a cosmic accident, an incredibly unlikely combination of conditions that almost never happens elsewhere. If this is true, then we may indeed be alone, not because the universe is empty, but because the emergence of complex life is unimaginably difficult. 2. The Great Filter. Another possibility is more unsettling. What if life commonly begins, but almost always destroys itself before reaching the stars? Nuclear war? Ecological collapse? Artificial intelligence out of control? Any of these could wipe out a civilization long before it becomes interstellar. If the Great Filter lies ahead of us, it could mean humanity is still destined for the same fate. 3. The timing problem. The universe is nearly 14 billion years old. Civilizations may rise and fall like waves on an endless ocean, separated by millions of years. We may simply be too early or too late to encounter anyone else. Imagine if an empire of stars flourished 1 billion years ago, only to vanish long before we were even born. 4. Communication barriers. Perhaps extraterrestrial civilizations are reaching out, but we lack the ability to understand them. They may use technologies beyond radio waves or signals encoded in ways we cannot yet detect. From their perspective, they might already be broadcasting across the cosmos while we sit here unaware. 5. The self-imposed silence. And finally, consider this. What if intelligent civilizations know it is dangerous to announce themselves? Just as a gazelle avoids calling out in a forest filled with predators, perhaps advanced beings remain silent to avoid attracting unwanted attention. In this case, our attempts to send messages into space could be far riskier than we realize. Each of these explanations offers a different lens on the paradox. Some suggest hope, others warn of doom, but all of them circle around the same haunting mystery. The universe should be full of voices, so why do we hear none? And this question leads us deeper into not just science, but philosophy. What does it mean for us as a species if we truly are alone, or if we are being silently observed? The silence of the cosmos is more than a scientific puzzle. It is a mirror held up to humanity itself. If we are alone, then the universe is not just vast. It is profoundly lonely. Every star, every galaxy reminds us that life is a fragile, rare phenomenon, and that our existence is both miraculous and precarious. But if we are being observed, as the zoo hypothesis suggests, then a new question emerges. What does it mean to live under the watchful eyes of a far superior intelligence? Are we truly free, or are our choices part of a larger experiment? Consider our daily struggles, conflicts, greed, the destruction of our planet. Viewed from afar, do these actions reveal a species capable of maturity, worthy of joining a greater cosmic community? Or do they paint a picture of immaturity, chaos, and self-destruction? Philosophically, the implications are staggering. Perhaps the ultimate test of humanity is not technological prowess, but moral and ethical evolution. Our ability to cooperate, to respect life, and to survive as a species might determine whether we ever truly step out of our cosmic cage. And yet, there is hope embedded in the very paradox. If we are observed, then the observers are giving us a chance, time to learn, to grow, to prove ourselves. The universe may not be silent because we are insignificant, but because it is waiting for us to become something greater. This brings us to a profound choice. Will humanity rise to the challenge, or will we remain just another species behind glass, gazing up at stars that may already know our fate? In the end, the Fermi Paradox is more than a question about aliens. It is a question about us, about our potential, our responsibilities, and the path we choose as a civilization. As we reach the end of our journey through the Fermi Paradox and the zoo hypothesis, one truth becomes clear. The universe is vast, mysterious, and humbling. We may be alone, or we may be carefully watched. Either possibility challenges the way we see ourselves. If we are alone, then humanity carries the incredible responsibility of being the only known life capable of shaping the future of intelligence in the cosmos. Every choice we make, every step we take, has the weight of cosmic significance. If we're observed, then we are not just a species. We are a story unfolding under the eyes of beings far more advanced than ourselves. Our actions, our growth, and our mistakes are seen and perhaps measured. Are we ready to prove that we are worthy of leaving our cosmic enclosure? The ultimate question remains. Are we truly free, or are we living in a cosmic zoo, learning, evolving, and hoping for the day we might step beyond the glass? And now, it's your turn. What do you believe? Are we alone in the universe, or are we being watched? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because, in a way, exploring these questions is what it means to be truly human. Remember, the cosmos is vast, and its mysteries are endless. The journey has only just begun.